What are you doing? You're not breathing. Yeah. The f are you doing? So this is realistic though. What happened here? Hello there, great person. Welcome back to Let's Watch Some Demon Slayer. Today with episode 3. It is called, I don't know. Sabito and Makomo. That somehow reminds me of those two Naruto people with a gourd. I don't know what we expect today, but we are off to potential more training. We got accepted as an apprentice, including our sister that is half demon, half very loyal. And yeah, anyway, let's just get into it, have some fun. Last time was really interesting. I can't wait to find out more about the demons, the ideas behind them, and how the protagonists are different and the same from them, and also what makes Nezuko so special. So anyway, let's get into this. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Also, check out my own web novel storyline. It's for free in the pinned comment. You don't even have to register. It's about the afterlife, psychological horror and fantasy, and a bit of philosophy. Anyway, we will start the episode now and have some experiences. Let's go. Oh, so he can write. Is that normal? Can people in his society write normally? It's a journal. I think that looks pretty cool. You know, I never really was into I never was into what's it called? The drawing, like drawing so well. What Eisen taught, calligraphy. Yeah, I love calligraphy though. I think it's very beautiful. It's very, very, very cool that he can write. I wonder who taught him, because he was living in a hut being a charcoal dude. So, I mean, you know. Perhaps his father, that would be in line with the themes though. Like the father teaching him that. I wonder what the father looked like and where he is. I assume he's dead. Do we even know he's dead? I just assumed he's dead because this is a typical orphan story, but perhaps his father is also just away. I don't remember if he's dead. If I forgot that, I just assumed it. I don't know. We will see. So we will go, have some training, destroy. Okay. Several hundred, so not 1,000. Is that a lot? Why though? That's pretty cool. Love how they wait a moment. So we've got some. That looks really awesome. Also a bit kabuki-like. Again, very theater. The moon as a symbol here. This is the full moon. It's not the sickle moon, which is interesting. And we do have several people that are like at the top here. I'm sure like they started zooming in, so we will look at them later. So they're not recognized. Why not? Like, and if it's like not 1,000, it's not 1,000 demon slayers. That means how many people will they have in the country? I don't know. How many people does Japan have? 50 million? More? Less? I mean, Germany has 80 million currently. 80 million. I think Japan has a bit less. I'm not sure though. It could be a lot more. But yeah, so let's say it's 80 million. Let's say it's 50 million. That would be 50,000 not demon slayers to one demon slayer. About. That's not a lot. So 50,000 is a city. So every city has basically one demon slayer. I know that's like very, very rough, but yeah, it's Fermi task. It's called Fermi task. You can train your brain a bit with those, and it might have been rubbish, but okay, I like it. So ancient times. Who created them? Who created them? Are demons also like, so demons are ancient. Demons are very old. how did demons initially get created? Because if they can only procreate by infecting others, there has to be like these like almost primal demons. You know, it's like very interesting. Okay. Okay, we've got people. Are they important? I mean, they. Oh yeah. Okay. We have Tomioka. Sorry for pronunciation. He's in color, so these are all very powerful dudes, I guess, and dudettes. Who's leading the demon groups? That one looks really cool. That one looks like Hitsugaya, that silhouette. This one looks a bit like a Naruto Akatsuki villain. So who's leading them is a mystery. There's also a female, 2 females, 3 females, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's like 10 people. Let me actually rewatch that. So are these the captains? Like something like that? I know it's not like that. It's just like my anime associations, my first ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Yeah, 9. And we know him. So one of the 9 we know. 9. So that means, I guess each has 100 people beneath them on average. And again, remember, averages are very, very bad sometimes. Like it could be that this person here, this woman, I think it was a woman, has 10, and this woman has like 20,000 or something. Like, you know, it like the average. It's like, you know what I mean. But average might still be, yeah. I really like that the really cool stuff. Standing on the cliff in front of the moon is awesome. So here's demons. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got that much. Yeah, why? Okay, no one knows where and when they first appeared, but they must be ancient. Okay, very nice. So, I mean, in the end, I would assume demons exist since consciousness exists. Demons, I mean, there are, as I said, the Jungian shadow is something that demons could resemble. Because the thing is, the demon has to be more than just an animal. Because animals are scary as fuck, you know? Like a bear or a gorilla. Like, you know, I was at the zoo last week with my daughters. And so they have their ape phase. I don't know why. So they want to see apes. So we went to the apes. And there was like this tank glass window. I don't know what it's called. Like this very sturdy glass. And it was, and after behind that, there were the monkeys. Apes, I think it was chimpanzees, and they can be really brutal. I know that from studies. But so my daughters were there, and another dude was there, and there was this one chimpanzee. He just charged at the window, really, like, you know, it was like this far away from us, and my daughter cried. Obviously, like she was really sad that the monkey didn't like her. But like that was like scary as fuck. For a moment, you know, you had this little like guy, because I stood behind her right better. Like the monkey came, and they are like 100 to 200 kilograms. Like they smashed, and it looks human as well. And that was really dangerous. But I would say that's like, I mean, with a monkey, you might even argue there's this idea of humanity and uncanny valley together, munched together. But I do think like it's a bear, if it's a bear or a wolf or something, it's just freezing. It's scary, but it's not a demon. Like the demonhood thing, demony thing, like what makes them demon is this idea of humanity, of corruption, I would say. Yeah, I think I said that before as well, but you know, they can heal because they're linked to blood, I guess. Really powerful. Yeah. Shapeshift. Yeah, really psychopathic. I get really, really big psychopath vibes in part here. Because that's what psychopaths do. They try to blend in and manipulate until everyone finds out they are psychopaths and they have to leave and start at another place. They're basically nomads. Like the bad ones. Like there are psychopaths that are pretty nice and reasonable. Like it doesn't mean that they have to be always like you see in movies. It's just a technical term, psychopathy. But if they are like these manipulative assholes that you see in media, like they are like nomads, they run around and they disguise themselves as, and there's this idea of a mask in a sociopath as well, and as a psychopath as well. Like it's something like you don't know who they really are and stuff. So it's really awesome. So they can be killed by sunlight, we know that, like by determination, so to speak, and by decapitation with a special sword. Why? Decapitation, why? Because it severs spine from... And it has to be a special sword. So, but it is the spine, they have to sever the spine. It is exactly that. Because that's exactly the nape. That is where the, let me see, like here, that's where the primordial start of the nervous system is. Like, do you know how nervous systems develop? Like it's both in a very, very time, what's the English word? Not slow-mo, the other one. Fast forward, so to speak. Fast forward time. So the human brain developing from fetal stage into adult stage, not like conception to now. I don't know how to express it better. Sorry, the language barrier. But it is basically a fast forward way of evolution. So evolution started with very, very small cells. So it was first cells that reacted like these single cell organisms. Then they bunched together. Then cells specialized. And then they started having nervous system cells, and the nervous system cells, they connected and they were starting to coordinate the bodily functions, and they started managing priorities. And that is what I said last time as well. I think I did. I mean, last time it was, for me, it was half an hour ago before I ate too much food. But it is exactly what I said last time. It's like these primal circuitries. So like with a small bunch of cells lumped together that are alive, like a slug or whatever, they have these basic modes of operation. You either have the satiation modes, like you hunger, thirst, thermoregulation. You want to make it so that your hormones or the things that measure it chemically are on a certain level, in balance or whatever it is. Like it's just like a certain level, and if they're there, you don't do anything about it. And then there is the anger system and the fear system. It's basically attack and evasion. Is there the reproduction is like smelling, or hearing sometimes, but basically smelling, like or ingesting some certain molecules, chemistries that will tell you where you can go to multiply. And if all of those things are satiated, and if there's no disease, you will explore then. So basically, exploration that's what I was missing last time as well. Play is exploration. Play is like, and I think I was a bit wrong there. I said play was from care, and it is in part the care system, but it's also the exploration system. I don't know why I'm giving a lecture on neurology in a Demon Slayer reaction, but it's very small, and I hope you can skip past it if you're not interested. But so the exploration system is very powerful. The exploration system is basically for nature, and it developed into the societal exploration, which is play, and that's awesome. Like I love that the realization that playing with each other is a brain system on its own, like hunger and fear. Like it's that deep. So that's why we should always encourage children to play, and why playing games and in a more sophisticated way acting out stuff like theater, which this is stories theater. Like that is all ideas of grasping society in many parts. So I really like that, like this I know this is not what I wanted to say. I will get back on track. I'm so dense. I'm sorry, the show is too dense. So anyway, like this kabuki theme they've got going. So this is like a play they show. It's basically the idea of a story about societal ideas, and I guess family, and I hope friends as well. Let's see if there are friends he has. But family, friends, lineage, duty, honor, like these ideas, in like this more play and artsy form, which I also love because the animation really fits. It might just be because they threw a lot of money at it, obviously, but I also think it fits a lot. So anyway, so that's like I was explaining the brain system and the nervous system. So basically, there are more bunched up cells, and then they start to go into this. Into this shape that's long, and then it spreads out, and it's basically a pancake. Like it's basically a big version of a what's it called? A MOBA or whatever. Like it's just a lot of cells. So you're a pancake. I think it's one cell layer. And if we are born, that's the first thing that develops. Like we are developing into a pancake, and then there are more cell layers on the pancake, and in the middle of the pancake there's a line, and that line is what will become the spine, the central nervous system. And at its top there's the computer, the main center. It's at the top of that line, and then the pancake rolls up, and it's basically a tube, and the top of the tube becomes the mouth. And I mean. You know what the bottom of the tube becomes, it's the shithole. But I mean, and that's why you have intestines, basically, as well. Like that's the most sophisticated version that develops like when you grow. But like in the end, you're just tube, and before that, you're a pancake. I hope I blew your mind a bit here. If you're still watching this weird reaction series of some physics psychology almost professor talking about Demon Slayer anime. Anywho, man, I don't even know if people still watch this. The first episode I rambled a lot. I do think some people like the tangents. So for you, you're awesome. I hope this content is something you have fun with. But anyway, so then you become a tube, and there's a little area at the top of the tube, and then the tube becomes I think it's another little pancake, and that folds into the brain. So these two things are basically the most central system biologically of the brain, of the nervous system. That's why I also said that the nervous system is the most primal version of the brain. And this little thing, this computer thing, that's at the nape. It's here, like it's like I don't know if I could see it. It's here. It's this. So that's basically you destroy the will of the demon. You destroy, and Attack on Titan, by the way, as well. You destroy the cognitive center, or the cognitive remnants. And in Attack on Titan, I'm not going to spoil it. It's a bit more complicated. If you want more info on that, I do talk a lot about that in Attack on Titan reactions. And if you haven't seen them, and if you like this type of content, check them out. And if you want to see a 3-hour discussion of a 20 minutes anime episode, check it out as well. But so I really like this idea of the nape you have to cut it. So you have to cut the most primal cognitive ideas in a way. Where the brain is connected to yours, like where the consciousness and the conscious are connected. You could also see it like that. And we will now continue, because we're 2 minutes in, and the recording is 20 minutes. So, oh God, what am I doing? Special sword. What is the sword about? So awesome, man! This is such an awesome idea. I know this is similar to, for example, Attack on Titan. Again, I'm not saying it's the same. It's just what I associate currently with this rough idea stuff. Because that's what you do. Every human is fallible. You feel pain, you suffer, life's shit most of the time. And I'm tongue-in-cheek a bit here, obviously. But it's like very harsh. And the demons in the world, they seem eternal and ever growing. Like if you can also take them as problems in your life. Like the problems in your life will never cease. They always regenerate, and your frail body will run against them. And still, you have to somehow prevail against them. You can't just give into nihilism or whatever. Because there's things you want, and those things are worth pursuing, and you have to fight the obstacles in your life. And I know all these interpretations are not the same, but it's the ideas that I feel here, or that come to my mind here. Also love the fire. Oh, Kabuki. Dum. Man, so my headcanon, this all is Kyoraku's Bankai against I don't know who. Anyway, so let's go into some story time. So he's a trainer. Why do you say literally? What else would you do? Okay, so there are sword trainers. And he's a demon swords trainer, okay. Fujikasane. Isn't a trainer, it's more like a sensei? Or why is he not using sensei? Does he use sensei? I didn't listen. Does he use sensei for trainer? Because I would expect this to be martial arts inspired somehow. Kendo potentially, or other martial arts. I can only tell you about karate. I did that a long time, and I love the traditions that are ingrained in the sport if you take it seriously. And let's see why he says trainer. So okay. Oh, he's still running up and down the mountain. Brilliant. Oh. Oh, good. Yeah, don't die. Oh, it's getting better. Yeah. Oh, okay. But is it the same tricks all the time? I think so. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, what difficult, what deadly, mate. Let's talk. Oh, God. I'm really like, should I tell you about training? Fuck it, I will. So, the thing is, I'm currently doing research on learning sports training, because in my PhD thesis I develop an empirical grounded model of understanding processes that is completely new. And I'm finally at a stage where I say it's like something no one has done before and is really new and is very fruitful. So it was a long time when I was very hesitant about it and was like, yeah, this can be not this big, but I saw it everywhere and stuff. And recently I started talking to lots of other professors across the world. And every time they were all like, yeah, this is really cool. Man, this is new and this is really cool. And I was mainly in physics education because I do psychology and quantum physics. And I do study understanding processes in quantum physics. So I did my master's and bachelor's in mathematics and physics and my PhD in psychology. So that's why I am both physicist and psychologist. I don't think I made this clear in this reaction series yet. But and I do research on exactly that, because quantum physics is hard to understand. It's not impossible as people make it out to be. That's pretty basic actually if you break it down, but there are a lot of myths floating around. And I did a lot of research on these very, very hard to do abstract processes in quantum physics. Like, how do you learn it? And it's because it's so hard, I was able to, and my colleagues as well, we were able to really, really nail down some of the more fine-grained processes that take place during understanding and conceptual understanding development and a deepening understanding. And I'm currently starting to apply it to sports, which is the other end of the spectrum, because quantum physics, you think a lot, like it's like the most abstract version of thinking, and sports is the most close to the subconsciousness version of learning, because you learn with your body, like you learn movements like he's doing here, like that's exactly the same. And there has been a lot of work on that, so that's why I know a lot of psychological, and I don't even know it's psychological sports science, I don't know what the word is, work on how you learn. And it is basically imitation. So you imitate stuff without really understanding why. And then you start to apply these things you imitate into contexts that are set. And then you start to improvise and adapt and transfer the ideas of what you do. Like, not what you do, how you do it, but like the ideas that are behind it, the functional purposes of your movements, for example, like how to exactly kick the ball, or how to evade So in karate, and I actually use karate to illustrate it. So if you know karate or another Japanese fighting sport, it's basically the first thing you do is it called? I think it's called kihon. Kihon. You basically just walk down a straight line, and you just do the techniques, and you imitate them. Like, I don't know, like the block or a block, you imitate it. You don't, like in more refined versions, like in higher belt grades or whatever you say, you modify the rhythm, but it's just all the same rhythm, and you just try to move according to what you're told, to just get a basic idea of how your body is situated in the world. And then you start to do things differently, like you try to make your punches, for example, quicker, and you try to evaluate when it's effective, when you get tired out too much, and you start to get a functional understanding of what you're actually doing. It's not just imitating, but it's using it in the context you're given. And then you do something called kata, which is like basically you do a sequence of moves, like you turn, you do a jump or something, like in more refined versions. So you start to really feel it out, and you start to get a very a big variety and chain of these processes you've imitated. And then you have bunkai, where you apply the kata to a real world fight. And then you do a kumite, which is partner sparring, like it's sparring, and it's basically the highest thing, because you have to adapt in the situation. You have to use all the things you've learned and all these mechanisms, and you have to interpret, to adapt and to improvise and that stuff. And that's like the highest version. Like a good fighter is that, and you're in line with your body. So you build on top of all you did before, and your body, like through these training steps and through the repetition, your cognition is fusing, so to speak, and this is metaphorically. It's not literally. Metaphorically fusing with your body, and all the things you do consciously, they bleed down into your subconsciousness, and it starts to get easier because your body is just reacting. Like, you don't have to think anymore. You save resources because your body instinctively understands how movements are done and what their purpose is, and how to fine-tune them, and how to improvise in the end. And that's exactly, I know, but it is, again, a long tangent, but that's what he's doing here. Like, he's running down the mountain, he's falling down, okay, then he's jumping, okay, and then he's doing stuff, and then he's following the scent, and during following the scent, which is basically a straight line, he started having obstacles, and he started to improvise. So this training is actually pretty fast track training, so they start with the improvisation a bit as well already, which I think you probably shouldn't do, but I have to do more research. But it's a very finicky process, this, and it's an iterative process. The more you learn, you start from scratch again with new techniques, for example, with new movements, new ideas, and then you start this process again and again. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with a colleague from sports science, because we try to make training programs for soccer and stuff better, probably, perhaps. We'll see about it, how well it works. But I hope that was a bit interesting to you, because that's new research. I mean, that will be done next year. So we will hopefully be able to tailor sports programs more to the state people are in. Like, because if you still need to imitate statements like do it faster, or like feel your body, or more moving, or whatever, like there are statements that can really throw you off in the first stages that trainers often do, and we will try to iron that out. But anyway, let's continue watching anime. Yeah. He doesn't want to kill you, but the adrenaline of death is probably a very good learner. And if you can't even evade 5 knives, you can't evade a demon that's gonna absolutely eviscerate you. I mean, it eviscerated the dude in the last episode, so I mean. Oh, he now uses a mock sword, yeah. And that's what I said as well just now. That's so funny. It's so funny. It's like he ran without a sword. I mean, I didn't know that he would use a sword later, but that's like he could react, and he could improvise, and now he has a sword. it's the next step. He has to start from scratch. He has the sword. Everything's weird again. His body isn't like, and now he has to start again. I love this, but that's actually pretty well done. Holy shit. Very clever training. Holy shit, that's so detailed. That's so funny, man. This as well, what I just said. Imitating. He's already at like accelerating it though. Like in Kendo, I think you would only do it like this, and then like this quickening. That's also the next step already. But just having a sword and feeling what the weight is when you move it, and when you move it, like just feeling what it feels, that the weight is somewhere, like you're holding onto it, and the center of mass, like the center of mass of the sword is probably here. But you have to feel that. It's not nothing. Like, you cannot do it without the sword. You have to learn it and how it moves in space. And then you can start accelerating it and trying to make it functional. You know what I mean? And then you can start to improvise in a battle. Again, like I don't know. Is this just what sword fighters do? And he or she, I don't even know what if the author's a male or female, I don't care. But what the author's written in, like, is it just adapting? Or is it really clever stuff that I've never seen before, or perhaps I never thought about it because I didn't do research about this like 3 months ago, so who knows? Yeah. It's so funny, man. It's so well done. Yeah, 5 from more. Very good. I know it's fun, but man, I'm so hyped. It's so fun, but yeah, that's how you do it. In sports, you have to repeat a lot more. Like, that's the interesting thing. To remember something in understanding processes in quantum physics, for example, it's about 10 times you have to do something. Like, you have to do an experiment like 5 to 10 times, and you can do it. You can what does you say? You can use for example, the laser. You can adjust the laser beam with like mirrors and stuff. You like do it 5 to 10 times, it works. You don't have to do it again. Like, you can't do it. Like, your body has done it because it's mostly your mind doing it. But here, in these very fine processes that don't use your mind and your vision, but your bodily perception, which is called the kinesthetic memory, and the kinesthetic sensory system, the inactive system, the embodied system, it takes a lot longer. But it's an iterative process, and you get better. So this is exactly right. I know I don't know why I'm commenting on the training process so much. I just love it. I just love this training. Perhaps I love every training now, and I've never before this thought about it, but... And yes, I'm, like, some people say I'm yapping a lot, but that's like... Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Aha. So... I'm so sorry. It's exactly what I just said. What you need to do, man. This training regimen is actually pretty good. Like, from a perspective of my research framework, and that's not all it is. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are more finicky things about it, because it like they do this already. I assume, like, because this is how you need to do it. This is also the sequence you need to do it. This is just perfect, like perfectly how you train your body to do something. And if you have children, throw them around, by the way. Not joking. It's just like, that's important. Like, play with them. As I said, play is the societal idea. Play with your children. If they come to you and want to play, always play with them. Don't be like, no, I don't have time. Play with them. Fuck it. Play with them. It's just between the year of, like, between 1 and 3 years. After that, you can be like, yeah, play with your friends or something, because then they can. But before that, you are their only external idea that is constant. So you have to play with them. You are the different thing they have to explore through play. So play with them and throw them around, like wrestle with them a bit. Obviously, don't hurt them, but, and test it out. For example, my daughters currently run at me and I throw them in the air and stuff. It's like very important to do that, because that will make your body more malleable, like, and you will, like, this kinesthetic sensory system I just mentioned will fire up, and it will not dull like a blade, because if you don't use it when you're very young, like, it will never really bloom, and you might have motoric problems and stuff. So just putting that in there, just as a caution for parents. Yeah, you're dead. If you break it, you're dead. Oh yeah, okay, and that's pretty funny. Oh, he's so tired. Yeah, and you have to sleep. Oh god, man. Okay, so you have to sleep. Like whatever you do, whatever you learn, whenever you practice, like bodily things you should practice 100 to 1,000 times. Like that's not exaggerating here. Like it was a joke here. I laughed because I loved it, but like 1,000 times, yes, exactly that. Do that 1,000 times and then go to sleep. Because in your sleep, your cognitive structure will, like your consciousness and subconscious will exchange, and like your subconsciousness will put forth things into your consciousness to abstractly try to solve, which is dreaming. So you dream, that's why you dream random stuff sometimes, because your brain just tries to apply, or it either might make you face a problem you're running away from abstractly, like it will just take random ideas where that problem might be connected to, or it's also the other way down. So your consciousness, like the things you trained, they will go into your body. And your body will, so to speak, like your spinal stuff. By the way, this will do good work in making sure like the mind will get used to the body things, and you will see, like in my children, I see that so much, because I mean I know it, so I can look for it. But like one day my daughter can't do a movement, or couldn't do, like she's older now, but when she was younger, she couldn't do a movement. So she tried, and then she got it once, and then she got it twice, and 3 times. It was so hard, and then she didn't get it anymore. She slept. Next day she could do it, no problem. Like tiny problems, and that's what always happens. So always make sure you sleep enough when you learn anything, be it mathematics or be it sports. If you want to learn, sleep. Get your sleep. Make sure all the sleep phases are there. And the sun is rising. Oh, that's really beautiful. Really cool, man. The final stage should be a real sword fight. Oh yeah, he's done. That's cool. Yeah, that's so important, man. Because he really wants to kill him. That's so funny. Holy shit, man. Yeah, he's probably an elderly super dude that was on the, like... He was probably an elderly dude from the people we saw on the cliffside. Fall school is very important. I would everyone, if you never did martial arts, do at least the basics of falling, learn how to fall. Because this is what you learn in judo, in karate. Because, for example, if you do a roll, you always should roll over this one here or this one. Like never do like this, because that will hurt your obviously your what is it called? The bones here, spine. Is that the spine? Whatever, the spine bones. You know what I mean? Vertebra. The vertebra bones, whatever, you know, and it's good. It is also good to learn what it is to fall, for the same reason I said earlier. But no, home is where she is. It's not the place, it's her, because we're societal creatures. Home is where the people are. So if you're very oriented towards things you are used to, it's also a place. Total concentration breathing, okay. Water breathing. Interesting. What's that gonna be? Yeah, we know that. That's why you train in the mountain, to get used to this. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a magic system? I assume we have a magic system. If we don't have a magic system, I'm not gonna talk bullshit, and I might like just skip it. Just skip when this moves again. You like always when I talk a lot, and you don't want to hear, just skip to where this moves again. Easy. So the idea is a bit like chi. Breathing is what distributes the chi. They say oxygen here. I don't know why they know oxygen in medieval times or like Edo period. I have no idea. I'm just throwing out things. I don't know where this is, but it's the past in some capacity. So how do they know oxygen? That's cool. It's basically oxygen is their idea of chi, like this or ki, like, you know, it's the thing that flows through and vitalizes you. And apparently there is water breathing. I would have assumed water breathing is breathing underwater, but apparently it's not. So, but it's breathing. I like that, because breathing in karate, I can just tell you from there, it is steadying yourself, focusing yourself. It is determination. It is getting the spirit in line with your body. Again, consciousness and subconsciousness in line to be more efficient, to be more reactive, to be more powerful as well. You can hit harder. I don't know why, but if you breathe and you breathe out while hitting, I don't exactly know why. It's probably like I would need to ask a friend that's a biology professor. I could, like, if you have questions about breathing, you want me to ask him, I would just ask a biology professor about that, or someone in biology that I know. But I do think that's like it works. Like in karate, you do, like, I don't know, that was weird and probably looks stupid and sounds stupid, but you like really do breathing to make yourself powerful and rooted in the world, so to speak, and also to make your things more powerful. So if that is the magic system, I would be really intrigued, because that's cool. I've never heard that. It's elemental already, water. I hope it's real elemental stuff, but yeah. Okay. Through the nose. Through the nose. Breathe out through the nose, asshole. What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? What the fuck is he doing? Forms. Okay. But this is the thing, though, like, he's imitating and he wants already the functional idea ingrained in him, which I think he should be a bit more lenient, but they probably don't have time. That's an awesome looking waterfall. Yeah, become one with the water. Why? Oh, okay. So what? That's really, really funny. And he drowned, he couldn't swim, the end. Ooh. I don't think that's what he means. 6 months! Holy shit, I love time skips like this. It's so awesome. So water, like, I mean, water can be, there's so much connected to water. I mean, if he learns water stuff now, I will just hope he will use it in the future, and I can talk more about water and ideas about water in fighting and elemental. And, you know, if it's not, I'm sorry. I will probably get another anime where they do it. So you will hear me talk about that. But interesting that Nezuko's sleeping here. Why is she sleeping? Is she somehow connected to him? He's not that worried, though. It's been 6 months. That's the first time the doctor came. Okay, he's apparently worried. Yeah. Wow, that's dark, man. Is it because she overexerted herself and because she suppressed her bloodlust? Interesting. And even more dangerous, how? Bye. But that's so important. Every time you think you might die, you don't die, but you learn. Adrenaline imprints those sensory patterns into you. Like, because the adrenaline will just enhance your brain circuits. Love that the sun rose there when he made it and he just blocked all them. Yeah, because that was exactly that. He used a year. What? I loved that ending. It was so subtle, but like he was exactly able to adapt to the situation with his sword, using it, adapting it, transferring his skills. And then the sun rose. because his determination was there again. Like, he was always determined, but now he had the goal to move on. Or perhaps it was just the sun that rose because the director likes suns. I don't know. Oh my god. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, it's snow again. Yeah, we started in winter and we're in winter again. That's very beautiful. Oh, what's that? It's a shrine? It's a boulder. Oh. Oh, wow. Slicing balls. So we are going into anime territory. That's awesome. Yeah. Can you overcome a seemingly impossible obstacle with what you've learned? Can you trust in yourself to use what you learned, to trust it as a tool? I really love it. I mean, I've seen this before, like, yeah. Wow. I don't know why I'm getting teary. That's so awesome. He was a good teacher. Like, he was a bit too rash, I think, like in that, but he needed it. He needed to accelerate. Oh, his sword looks like, I think, roses. Or momos. What are you doing? You're not breathing. Yeah. The fuck are you doing? So this is realistic, though. What happened here? Yeah. Okay, it's awesome. What are you doing? Are you in the water? Also, I wonder if holding your breath and this and being in thin air, if that enhances the magic, because the body gets more attuned to feeling the magic and using it in small quantities. So it's like an organ that expands the magic usage. I don't know if there's even magic, but I feel like the breathing stuff is magic. It's like chi, linked, like pseudo linked with science in oxygen, but I will just call it chi, and you will hate me for it for the rest of this show. Nah, I will probably switch if I realize it is important, but like I will. But it's interesting, and I love it as well. It's again this theme of there was a mentor, and he's gone now, and he does what he was taught, and he preserves it. It's this cultural aspect. Normally the mentor dies. I'm glad he's just pissed off. He liked him. Don't want anyone to die here, so. But he's not using the breathing here, I feel. Wow, but how long are you doing this? Wow, that looks so shitty. Man, that hurts so badly. Holy shit. I have that in bouldering. Like, I currently am midlife crisis bouldering sometimes, and like it's like here and here. Like, it's like I have a place like this big on my foot where I like rubbed off my skin on one of the boulders. It was bleeding like shit. And this is like, and because you have to grip everything with it. Holy fuck, such determination. Love it, man. But I feel like he's not like here. Is it on purpose? Because he's not standing, focusing, bam. That's how you do it in karate. I once did hit through like, what was it? Six planks of wood. And it was not like trying, like my I don't know, like so that was my experience. Like, I know this is not wood, this is a rock. It's a lot harder. And I've been using a sword, not his fist. But like punching through wood is also like, you're like, how can you do that? And so we were there, and I think it was our sensei was sick, and the other sensei came that we didn't really have. And he actually was the national trainer of karate in Germany for a long time, and I think European trainer as well for a part. I don't know why he was in the little town where I was in, but he was extremely. I think he's still active. So he was like the karate dojo was reconstructed, and he like did some training. He improvised some stuff because he was just like awesomely, like he was so good. And then, but the last 15 minutes, he was like, okay, let's take some planks from the building site. And he just went over to the construction area where like stuff was built like with wood and like these bars. And so he took the planks, and he was like, yeah, hit through them. And then the first, like I was like, I could try. I would probably not do it, but like that was the first thought. And then it was the first dude who did it. Bam, like really crashed into, like, he was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And like the next one also didn't make it, and I was like, okay, I will do it. And he was like, yeah, take your time, breathe, stand still, focus on the wood, focus on what you want to do, and then do it. It's probably fifth cliche now that I tell it like this, but it felt like that. Like I was there, I was standing, like, and you know, it's like, and you punch with mainly these here, you know, like you mainly punch with these two in karate because you do this, like, you know. And so I was there. I think I took 5 minutes before I punched, and so you have to compose yourself, and you have to breathe, and you have to focus, like, and breathing helped me focus, and here is the magic system. So take your time, breathe, determination. The rock is your obstacle. It, like, if the rock's there, you cannot proceed. Destroy it. Don't think, like, do the Yoda, like, do or don't. There is no try. It's very wise. I agree with that. It's like, no, you still have doubts. Can't have doubts. I did have doubts before punching through wood, and when I did it, I didn't. They were gone. They were just gone. It's weird to describe. Don't, yeah, shut up. Focus. Oh, there's a foxman. Hello, little foxman. I mean, the whining is, and this is, I'm speaking archetypically here. I'm not saying this is always the case, but whining is associated to the more female side, which he probably now incorporates because Nezuko's asleep. Like, he has female qualities in that he's, and I know this is, like, as I said, this is archetypically speaking. Like, it doesn't mean that this is a male or female thing. Like, archetypically male or female, that's what, like, everyone has both qualities to different extents, but the archetypical female thing is the care, the rage when someone is threatened that you love, and also crying is symbolizing that, at least in some cultures. And it's not bad. Like, I'm not saying that it's like, whiny is basically saying, like, yeah, you don't need female qualities here, you need male ones. I know that is overinterpretation a bit. Like, I just try to make you understand what I mean. And so, but he has the quality, and I feel like because Nezuko is asleep, I know that it's not causally what happens in the anime, but the theme is like she's with him here, because I would assume she's kind, because that's what we saw. The only thing we really saw was Nezuko caring for a little sister or brother, that, like, the baby that got mauled. Holy shit, that was brutal. And her being like, yeah, I will fix my own stuff so others have more. So these qualities are in him here. And let's see what happens here. Why does the dude not have a scent? Also, he's wearing the same pattern that the Toyo Koyama guy does. I'm wondering if this will also have ideas of what it means to be a man. Which is like, for example, I have to look at the time, but anyway. So in Mulan, for example, the idea is that male and female learn from each other and go incorporate ideas, because sometimes the other, again, archetypically speaking, like, this is not saying everyone is like this, but it's like the archetypical ideas are represented in play. Like, this is apparently with the kabuki themes in the intro. But and that's why these archetypical roles are here. And he's incorporating the female role, the anima again. I also spoke about that before. It's all fitting together perfectly, or I'm completely on drugs currently. The other thing I am, though. Slow, weak, and immature, I agree. Yeah, it was what you call a boy, though. Oh, are they gonna fight together? What are they gonna fight? Yeah, I also would like to think what he's doing. Thanks, mate, stranger. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah! What I said! What the fuck are you doing, mate? Yeah, I like, with your convictions, it won't work. Also, he's gonna interpret this as being too careful. So is this gonna be a sidekick? Potentially. Yeah, it's still worried. He was criticized by that for that before as well. What the fuck was that? That was awesome. Yeah. Also awesome voice actor. Yeah. Wow, the animation is so fucking good. Holy shit. Oh, that's okay. So he's flashing this. Oh god, you're so fucked, mate. Ooh, I love the star symbol here. Yeah. Yeah, he really hasn't learned anything. Yeah, I'm wondering, is there an in-universe reason why he doesn't use the things he's learned? I guess because he can't. Perhaps he's not in the transfer stage yet. I talked about before. That's probably it. It is probably not enough. Like, he only was able to adapt in the course, but now he has a new problem and he can't transfer what he learned. So he hasn't transferred yet. So I was wrong about his state. He's not a master and expert yet because he hasn't learned to transfer. He can use breathing and stuff. Like, he can probably use breathing in the breathing trainings very well, and he's mastered those situations. He can use the running and the reflexes in the training course running down the mountain. But the moment the problem is new and he has to just use the ideas, but in a different situation, it collapses. It's basically one of the, that is, by the way, the best research phenomenon in learning that we have. That you stay in a context and you can't transfer. That's the problem of abstraction. It is basically an abstraction that he's not doing here. Normally abstraction is with mathematics, for example, or physics education. And I did do my PhD in abstraction processes in part, and describing them for the first time empirically able to describe them. For what we know. And the ideas, though, what I said with more embodied ideas is that you can abstract there as well. New situation, use what you can and be creative. And understand what it means to use what you learned and the things you were familiar with, like running down a mountain with traps. And yeah, there were some things he had to play with, but I would assume that's playing around. And now the last thing is transferring it to a boulder, which is completely different. He can't do it yet. He hasn't learned to abstract it. He hasn't become an expert. Expertise is almost identical with being able to abstract the ideas you're an expert of. Like, if you extract the ideas you're an expert of, you are an expert. We've shown that empirically as well. Like, very, 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 very solidly. Very high correlation between functional thinking, purely functional thinking, not sensory-oriented, gestalt-oriented thinking. Purely functional thinking and conceptual understanding are incredibly highly correlated. So yeah, he's not an expert here. He's not using it. He's not trying to adapt it even. Perhaps he could if he tried, but he's not realizing he has to adapt. And I really love that. So it makes sense. And I was like, why is he not doing it? But I already know it because I've done martial arts. Perhaps you already knew it because you know stories like this. But in his like, this is incredibly realistic. Holy shit! Like, this is the most realistic training I've ever seen. But not because I might have seen something as realistic as this. I just haven't had the tools to analyze it like this for me. And again, this is I want to see if things make sense for me on a very, very good level. And anyway, so that's why he didn't use it. That's really interesting. And coming back to the Nezuko stuff, Nezuko, like he's got the Karen stuff, which is normally something that, again, the little sister would have as an archetypical role. So he's also taking on the role of his little sister as like her ideas. He's carrying them with him. Because his little sister can't speak and she can't really care that much anymore, I think, because she's too primal now. And he has to do it. And he has to understand what his sister is as well. Perhaps it's even worse. Perhaps he tries to now, because he thinks he's lost her already, like because he's scared of her death, and he has to incorporate what he knows of her. He tries to act it out as in a play. As I said before, you have to act out ideas. And anyway. Yeah, he's another student. I mean, I do think his body knows what it needs to do. Yeah, I do think his body knows, but it can't transfer it to a new situation yet. Yeah. See, now he has to adapt. Awesome. Real battle. That's what I said. He has to do it real battle. Yeah. That's so good. He's helping him here also. He's helping him. Why is he helping him so much? Yeah, but you're not doing the right thing. Don't whine, do. Yeah. 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 That's awesome, man. What an awesome dude. I love this dude. This dude is exactly the right one he needs for training here. Holy fuck. I love him. Very wise. It's basically like, stop whining, do. Sometimes you need that person in your life. Because there are people that are just insecure. And sometimes it's like, and imposter syndrome is really hard. For example, like I do have imposter syndrome, heavy imposter syndrome in writing. Like I always think what I write is shit. Like even though people often tell me, oh, it's very good, it's very, very good, love it. But I always like it. And also in content creation here, like if there's 1,000 positive messages, I'm like, I'm so happy. And then there's one like, what the fuck are you doing this? And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling really down. But sometimes it's like, yeah, go your way, pull through, do what you like, do what you want and need to do, what makes you happy, what you think is purposeful. And he doesn't do it yet in the right way, I guess. Because he has doubts. Oh, there's another one. Oh, little girl. Hello, little girl. Scaring the little girl? Let's hope he's not going to do it. So the moon is half again. I wonder if the moon is somehow symbolic here, like because it changes so often. I'm sorry, Frieren has made me so paranoid about the sky. Like, sorry. Like in Frieren, the sky symbolism is so beyond mind-blowingly good. Oh, that's nice. Oh, good. What? She's like 5. Makomo, okay. Ooh. I love that. So they're exactly that. Yeah, the archetypes. That's so funny. That's so cool. She's the kind one that, like, there's this episode in Parks of Recreation where Ron Swanson and Chris Traeger try to make Jerry do a job, and they have the carrot and the stick method, and it's like bad cop, good cop here. And you need both. You need to see, like, you need to be told that you're doing good, and you need to be told to get up your ass. And like those two things are archetypically male and female. Again, it doesn't mean that it's male or like that men do it or females do it only and stuff. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. I hope that's clear. It's just like what archetypically is symbolized in stories and stuff. Interesting. Why? That's cool, man. I love the flowers as well. Again, a female symbol, flowers, the sun, nature. Also, hers is flowers and his is the scar, his symbol. Like, she is creation and he's destruction as well. Man, that's like, how many fucking symbolisms can you cram into a single show? Is that like, are they fucking with me here? It's like her kimono as well as 1,000 flowers. Like, she's birth and nurturing and he's destruction and the harsh society and nature, like, you know. Okay. Really? Okay. So it's magic and they just try to silence it away. Okay, I will just take it as magic. That's important though. Yeah. Like, I did a lot of swimming and you have to, like, lung volume was so important there as well. And you've got in swim, you also need a breathing rhythm. I need to ask a friend of mine. Oh, holy shit. I need to ask a friend about breathing more. It's interesting though that his sensei said you're done and he wasn't done. I do think he had this, like, the basics, like he could use it in situations. It was okay, but now he has to refine it and adapt. I think adaptation is the best.
それでもサビトには勝て
Just steamrolled him. That's awesome though. He was that 2 years. Holy shit. Wow, he's grown up so much. Holy hell. Interesting.
いくとサビトは真剣を持っていて
Wow. And it's also a different guard.
男の顔になったな。
Interesting, yeah. He looks pretty cool. Love it though. I love that the long hair makes him appear a bit more female as well, even though he's now grown to a man because he's incorporated it. I don't know, I'm really reaching here. I think. I mean, it makes sense to me, but it must feel really... it's probably really stupid when you hear it.
が勝つ
Really cool, man. He's finally breathing. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's shoot away. Let's go. Fuck it.
一瞬で勝負は決まった
Oh, it's one of those. That's cool.
この瞬間初めて
Holy shit. Is he dead? Oh no, he did the... Yeah. What does he look like? Oh, he's so glad. Wow. That's so cool. Why is this so sad? Yeah, it makes me sad. Why is it sad? Why is the music gone? Oh. That's so cool. Why is it so sad? That guy, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What? Why? Okay, it was spirits?
岩を切っていた
Wow, that's so weird. So sad. Why is it over? I'm so sad. I'm kind of glad. I was about to cry. Why? That was really fucking emotional. I don't even know why. Man, the music cutting out and her close up and being like the voice actress of that girl. I'm stupid with names. Like, holy shit, she nailed that line. That was voice acting professionalism. Anyway, I don't know. Well, it was really teary. I'm sorry. I'm a bit done. It was a long reaction. So if you're still here, I hope you enjoyed it. Got some new information about the brain, psychology, sports, like the whole thing. Though most of the stuff I always talk long about is now gone, so I don't know. You probably don't need to sit through something like this again. It's just like I do think this is one of the shows that has made me think most though. Yet. Because normally I don't know. Perhaps I'm getting more into symbolisms and writing and all that stuff through these reactions. But I feel on this one, like, this really, like, it was 1,000 things I saw every second in this anime. And it was so subtle and nothing was explicitly done, really. Like, there was some, like, you basically had a little storyline about he trained, there was some comedy, he cared for his sister a bit, there was a small flashback to her, okay, we know that, and then he got the boulder, he couldn't split it, trained a bit, split it. That's the surface, but that's not what had happened at all. Like, there was so much subtle character development and skill and mastery, and normally it's so hard to do these things because you can't just write he mastered his sword. Like, but the training felt so earned. You know what I mean? And it felt like he really trained. I think it was probably because he trained twice here. It wasn't just one training and he was done, and now next time with the boss battle he will just use the training to beat it. But it is like he trained, he thought he had won, and he hadn't transferred it. Because that's what you have to do. You have to train twice and at least 2 situations to master something. You can never be a master of something when you just train it in one situation. It's impossible. Impossible. like, you know? So it was really sensible to have him train, master that, try to transfer, fail, and have to reevaluate, refine to be better, to understand it. And then he was able to use it to whatever situation he will accomplish now, he will run into in the future. That was so brilliantly done. I've not seen that before. A double training arc, which was like, that was what it exactly correct from a realistic perspective. Really correct. And I think that's what sold this training arc, that it was twice. And it also wasn't, normally what I've seen before is like you have a training arc and then there's the final test, which, yeah, it was a final test here, but he had to train again for the final test. It wasn't final test, and the boy came and it was like, you have to breathe now. And he's like, okay, I breathe. Oh, that was it. No, he had to train again. He had to be creative. He had to feel it. He had to make his body one with battle for the first time. So earned. Holy fuck. Best. Was that the best training arc I've seen? I think that it is up in my top 3. I don't remember others. It's just hunch, like I might forget one, but that is top 3 training arcs ever. Awesome stuff. Holy fuck. Hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope you took something from this that you didn't know, and you got my points, and I hope you're well. So take care of yourself as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you like these reactions, and check out my web novel. As I said, it's free in the pinned comment. You don't have to register. Yeah, let me know what you think if you read the first 20 chapters or so. I don't know. That would be lovely. See you around. Bye.